Hello everyone, I hope you are all well. Today I will continue recap the series Secret Level. The fifth episode is titled 40,000. The fifth episode begins with a team of 4 elite soldiers known as the Supermarine Strike Team: Matoros, Ikron, Levantus, and Titus. The team is tasked with a mission to the planet Zaksok or Zakog, as shown on the display panel that Matoros reads from. The mission involves first destroying the remnants of the rebels, and then sending coordinates for an airstrike.
I confirm.
When they arrive on the planet, they encounter thieves who remind them of Fury Road, and are easily eliminated by soldiers. Dragged behind a huge coffin-like suitcase. Then they reach a giant hole in the ground and descend without hesitation. At that moment, the team faces another wave of enemies who lack names and faces, and the scene turns into a fluorescent painting similar to Jackson Pollock's paintings. When they reach a sacred place on the planet, one gets the impression that what will happen next will not pose much of a challenge to these armored beasts. They decided to open the wizard's coffin they had been carrying the whole time, perhaps for additional protection. However, at that moment, a creature with skeletal wings appears before them, most likely a wizard capable of stopping time and entering the minds of soldiers. While the soldiers confront their worst fears, Matoros survives the creature's tricks thanks to his resistance, while Titus, unaffected by its spells, kills it. At the end of the 5th episode, after sending the coordinates, Titus pulls Matoros to safety and faces another group of rogues. Despite the excitement, a feeling of sadness emerges, reflecting the tragedy and bitterness of war. The 6th episode is titled Pac-Man. It begins with a man called the Swordsman emerging from a pod similar to those in The Matrix, where he meets a golden ball that talks about escaping the maze, telling him to eat or be eaten.
This world you eat. Eat. Eat.
The swordsman encounters various creatures and monsters, continuing to kill and eat until he reaches a temple where he faces a massive guard resembling a gorilla. In a moment of despair, the ball digs into his body and creates a huge spherical eating machine resembling Pac-Man. However, when the swordsman decides to stop the ball, the crazy version of Pac-Man collapses, leading to his death. In the end, the ball returns to the starting point, beginning to program a new being to be ready to cross the doors and solve the maze. This story provides a violent and exciting background for the Pac-Man character, influenced by fan theories that portray him as a creature with an insatiable hunger. Episode 7 is titled Crossfire Good Conflict. It takes place in a city that is empty due to a tornado warning. A team of elite soldiers led by Layla and Fitz attempt to transport a man named Mahler and a valuable luggage, while a rival team led by Cross and Cabrera aims to intercept them.
Position. Coach shit. Light him up! You guys!
I have no viz. Gotta change position. Package is still in the first car.
Get cover! Get cover!
Get your teams in there. Copy. No movement inside.
Roger.
Lost visual. Sit rep now!
Going back! You good?
After an ambush in the streets, the two teams meet at the shipping port, where Fitz confronts Cross seeking revenge for his partner's death. Meanwhile, Lila confronts Cabrera, who forces her to deliver the package to ensure her and Mahler's safety. Layla leaves Mahler angry after losing the package, while Cabrera and Cross celebrate the success of their mission. The episode conveys a mysterious message about how mercenaries on both sides of the conflict believe they are in the right, while they are merely killers fighting for money. They will remain trapped in a cycle of war unless they realize the value of their lives. The 8th episode is titled Armart Core Asset Management. In a futuristic bar, a young, anxious pilot attacks a man, asking for his identity by hitting him with a bottle on the head, throwing him against the wall, and attacking him again. However, a feminine voice in his head advises him to leave. As he exits, he grabs a customer's cigarettes and the man accuses him of being an addict. As the pilot lies down and smokes, the voice tells him he needs balance and suggests he find his people, despite his belief that people like him are dead. The pilot tells the voice that it knows what he needs, and a male voice jumps into his mind, ordering him to be at Shrieker before sunrise at the hangar, indicating a target inside the mountain. Smiling and wearing metal gear, the pilot jokes about his identity and its influence, making him a terrible killer as he climbs into a giant mechanical vehicle. He asks about the sound's connection to Shrek, and she answers him that it is a part of her here. After being cabled and injected with a mysterious liquid, he feels exhilarated and focused, and heads off into the mountain to confront 2 enemy robots while smiling and saying, "Let's make some money." He summons blue swords and shield.
As if they're one mind.
Networked.
And even jacked up, no pilot.
Heavy and slow. Easy. Shit.
Your advantage here is speed. That already. Just be smart. Very smart. Perfect. It means they're better than you.
Better than me.
Velocity on oblique vectors.
Dodging explosive missiles. The voice in his head tells him there are lives inside those mechs. Instead of hesitating, he destroys the enemy mechs and kills the pilots.
Pilot, wake up. Wake up.
What? Fuel cells at 9?
Are there more cores? Good enough.
Penetrating deep into enemy territory, skillfully eliminating 3 more, and then speeding towards the enemy factory producing these mechs. When he enters the factory, he discovers that it is a factory similar to the places where he worked before. There, he finds a destroyed robot and a human pilot in despair, calling for help. Instead of helping him, he crushes his head and says coldly, "There is no one like me." The voice replies, "That's right. There's no one like us." It seems that humans in this world were piloting mechs with the help of artificial intelligence, but this was halted due to humans' inability to control their emotions. It appears the company began producing human clones, secretly employing them to pilot the mechs. It's really great to see Keanu Reeves in this role, John Wick, Neo, and Dude, and it somewhat reminds me of his roles in Johnny Mnemonic and Constantine. I hope he can play more roles like this in the future. What do you think, my dear? Let me know in the comments, and until we meet again to complete the recap, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Pilot, wake up. Wake up.
What? Fuel cells at 9?
Are there more cores? Good enough. Nobody's like me.
Nobody's like us.